first 125 moto here, Brian, from the East Coast. Awesome facility.
This is a great start. There was some controversy regarding the safety. They made a couple little changes to slow it down. Dangerous Don Davidson goes to 5 traps. They're off the line.
The gate is down. They're coming flying. And who's getting the whole shot? Looks like Island with a great start. Yes, he is out in front.
Mike Island, great at the starts. We got Sarah, Hayden, Fisher. Treadwell looks like he's in there. Local boys, Lockhart and Cook rounded out.
Yeah, I saw Mitchell Cook coming through about 5th or 6th. You know, he's going to be tough on this track. It is his home track. Island with a fabulous start, though. Look at this kid.
When Island gets a good start, man, he gets his confidence. He gets his mojo going. He can pull away. He's done it before. Fisher, though, very dangerous. Look at the roost coming out of there, Mark. Awesome soil here at Pleasant Valley.
Yeah, Ian Hayden again with a nice start. You see the lines he was taking. Got himself ahead of Mike Treadwell, and he was dogging Fisher for sure.
We can see on the pencil cam, Hayden kick it sideways. That shows he's having a good time. He's relaxed. He's a fast rider. Guys talk about Hayden's style. There's Hayden being passed by
teammate. That's teammate number 7, Mike Treadwell. He had a great line coming back.
Look at this, though, for the lead. Fisher's put it all up on Island.
Fisher's made up tons of ground on Island. You're right.
And makes it by him.
On the inside, a great line coming into that left-right combination. But look at Mike Island on the gas. You're talking about great traction coming out of that corner. You're right, Brian.
Man, Island's on the 4-stroke. Fisher on the 2-stroke. He's right up on him. Oh, no. Island
casing that jump, Brian. He laid it right on that flat part, head right off the handlebars.
Oh.
That has got to hurt.
Jeez, he got bucked right off. Now what's this? The 2 KTMs now, 2nd and 3rd. That's great for the BMG squad. There's Island. He's getting up slowly. He's got some assistance, some medical staff. Here it is. Island comes off the jump, just misses his drive. Look where he lands. He lands right on the face. Look at it, bucks his feet right off the pegs, smashes his face off the crossbar. He's down over the bars in a big way.
Right, it's an odd landing for the triple, though, because there's no decline there. It's just flat. You really have to time it perfectly. And Simon Holmes, who did not get a great start, gets the inside line on number 24, Mitchell Cook.
Yeah, Mitchell Cook's family owns this facility. Mitch has done a lot of work here. He knows the track well, but Holman's he's got his focus. He wants to retain that number 1 play.
Did you see that?
Yeah, they call that the roadway jump. There's a local Ontario rider, Justin Thompson. He's down on his Holy Gully Honda.
But even a guy like Cook who knows this track so well, he just about cased that jump, so you've got to time it perfectly. Look at this, Simon Holman's now getting on the gas as you have Ian Hayden. This would be for 3rd place. Holman's with a great triple down to the valley.
Hayden gives it the look. There's Heidi Cook, number 15. She's in the mix. She's in the back with a bunch of triple-digit boys, really holding up the feminine honor here. Look at Hayden, though, responding to Holman's. They're neck and neck, Travers.
Here's that corner you talked about coming to the finish line. An odd line through there. It's really wide, but some soft dirt. You got to choose your lines well. But Holman's holding it tight.
Hayden still styling. You can see some grooves forming on the faces of the jump. First moto of the day, so the track is still quite smooth. Gonna keep these lap times real fast for the 125.
There's a good shot at number 552. That's Kyle Snellgrove battling out there with Pierce Chamberlain at 25 a large. Some high young Canadians. Here we are back with Snellgrove, and it looks like Pierce Chamberlain on the inside with a nice pass.
Chamberlain clears the roadway jump. Beautiful. Had his body right up over the bars of front wheel to get maximum lift and forward drive. Goes for a tear off in midair. Snellgrove's just going to have to coast around behind him for a bit.
He was on the gas in a big way. Back to our leader, number 20, Derrick Fisher, with a comfortable lead out here, Brian.
Fisher riding with such confidence. Iron Mike Treadwell now. He's under the gun. He's got Holmans, our champion. A great pass by Holmans. Just completely on the inside. Little down. Makes a pass. Now, Ryan Lockhart, he's got it all on Hayden.
That was a great pass by Holmans. You talk about getting on the inside line and hooking up in a big way. Treadwell's a little wide there. Looked like he didn't have the drive at all.
I don't know what's going on with Iron Mike. Him and Holmans have had some great battles over the year, but Mike has been so strong lately. Here's Mike being passed by Lockhart. I have to say Treadwell has got a problem.
Well, he definitely does. You see the way the body position, everything tells you he's got issues. Looking behind him again, it looks almost like he's flat landing or back wheel landing the jumps.
You know, he's got something mechanical going on, because that is not like Iron Mike. Not taking anything away from Lockhart, but Iron Mike there usually will put up a fight.
No defense at all. Did you look at the tire on Chad Johnson?
Oh, the whole wheel shaped like an egg. It's completely, deformed there.
With Simon Holmans in 2nd place, getting his last lap flag. That puts our leader, number 20, Derrick Fisher, on that Coors Light Racing Hungry Man Suzuki on his final approach, Brian.
Look at him just standing up. He's saving his energy. He's not even going to do a whip here for the fans. He just just coasts over for the checkers. Fist in the air. Burlington, Ontario native Derek Fisher pulls in. First moto win.
It's interesting now, that's back-to-back motos when you've been all by yourself. It's amazing going into this series. We were talking about confidence. I want to tell you, it's just brewing inside you right now.
Yeah, well, I like the Ricky Carmichael approach. Go hard the first couple laps and get a comfortable lead, and then just kind of relax. And that's what I wanted to try and do, is try and get as much of the lead as I could. But I kept having some stupid little falls, but it worked out all right, so I'm happy.
Castro leaderboard. Fisher's up there. Homans and Lockhart have a great race. Treadwell had a flat tire. That was his problem. Great ride for local boy Boo Green, number 96.
Talk to us about your moto.
Yeah, I come off the gate, I spun a little bit, and I was 15th, I think, on the first lap, and I took some pretty crazy passes and running into guys, and I got into 5th pretty comfortable, and I'm like, man, those guys are a long ways ahead, and I just dug down deep, and you know, my Honda's working so good, getting over that big triple down there, and I just slowly reeled them in, and I think Mike got a flat tire or something, but you know, I got 3rd, and that's where I want to be right now.
Hey, JSR, get your gear on. First 250 motos coming up.
Here we are at the start of the first 250 moto. Darcy, Lange, not racing. Darcy, we saw you in practice. You were looking awesome. Tell us why you're not out there today.
I'm still able to ride and stuff. I just went out there and it kind of started bothering me after I cased a couple jumps. Felt good, and you know, it's great to go out there with all these guys and get back up to speed a little bit anyways, you know, get to battle some people. I've just been riding by myself at home, and come back next weekend, hopefully.
Tough decision for the Richmond racing team. Darcy Lange will not make it to the line, but all the other boys will. There they are, first 250 moto here from Crescent Valley. The motocross track in Brookfield, Nova Scotia, dangerous. Don goes 30-5. The gate is down, Brian. Who's going to get the shot?
Looks like a nice, fast jump for Dube. He's got the whole shot. He's got Hagseth, Israel. Teammate Juan Morgan rounding out the top 5, and that looks like SMAIL and Fisher there also, Mark.
Awesome start for Israel. This is the best start he's ever had. He moves into first place.
Dube goes wide in the soft stuff of that berm. Israel takes it over. That's a pair of 450s. Forces Dube way wide. Dube's going to chop the throttle. We got Blackfoot 1, 2, 3.
Big kicker for Israel coming into that corner, but you're right. Out of the top 5 bikes right now, 4 of them are Hondas, 3 of them are Blackfoots. That tells the tale.
I'm telling you, Jason Mitchell and the whole crew's got to be happy. We've got Juan now moves right up into first place past teammate Israel.
Great line for Juan, that lip tabletop, Brian. Did you see that? Blair Morgan got by Marco Dube. He moves into 3rd place.
You can see the faces of the jumps getting more and more rutted out. It gets more technical as the day goes on. You can see these big 250s handle that road jump, no problem. I love this big sweeping left Darnay corner. And Morgan takes Israel, his teammate.
Oh, he is on the gas in a big way with that outside line. Israel goes inside into the off-camber. Let's see who's carrying speed. These are teammates, Brian. And look at that 4-stroke looking up. Blair Morgan, though, some nice lines crisscrossing.
And got to hand it to Israel. He's not giving up. He's still putting the pressure on Morgan. Morgan, the dominant force in this team.
Look at that! Morgan T-bone, look at that! Israel on the inside. Morgan looks like he just lost it at the last minute there, Brian.
Unbelievable. I think Morgan thought he had the advantage and was cutting right to the inside. Israel just came jumping through and just tagged his teammate there in midair. Well, it's Dube with a nice clicker takes 2nd.
So that puts Juan, or leaves Juan in first place. Dube in 2nd place. That's right, Factory Phil Lawrence in 3rd, and Lance SMAIL in 4th.
This is shaping up to be quite interesting. Can't stress enough how gorgeous this course is. Now we have a replay. Here's Morgan with the advantage on the outside. Looks like he's braking, cutting to the inside. Israel really has nowhere to go. Just collects his teammate. These two guys are great buddies off the track. This is motocross. This can happen. If you harbor hard feelings in this sport, you're dead last because you got to give it and you got to take it.
Phil Lawrence over the bars. Right, this track has already started to take prisoners. That was in that new section, that off-camber straightaway.
Factory Phil, it's got to be hurting from that. As Hagseth now, he's up into 3rd with Treadwell in 4th. Here it is again for Factory Phil. Fastest part of the track, arguably around the birch trees. Gets it wrong. We kind of dismiss it. Look at that. Laying on the bike, Superman's and complete head plants himself. Oh, Factory Phil. That has gotta hurt.
The amount of speed he was carrying, there's no doubt he's down. Now Chad Peterson walking gingerly around the bike, the YZ250M. He's got a problem. John Sebastian Waugh out alone, out in front. Nobody's touching him.
Look at the way Waugh rides with such confidence. He's just out there. DUBE, look at this switchback. SMAIL now all over DUBE for third place.
Remember, Lance SMAIL is riding the 252 stroke this weekend. Now we've got a heated battle with a 3-pack. Simon Holmans and Blair Morgan, who's now back in the mix. And it looks like Mitchell Cook running that 2-wheel Pro Action Kawasaki, looking real good right now.
You can see how low Morgan stayed on that road triple. Stays nice and low, soaks up the takeoff, stays low and gets that forward trajectory. You land sooner, you're on the gas sooner. Mitchell Cook has got his mitts full now with Blair.
He does, but he's going to pick good lines out here. You know he is. Blair Morgan is riding better than I've ever seen him ride in my entire life.
Again, you see Morgan so much lower than Cook there. Comes in on the outside. I love this. It's a 180-degree button hook on the gas hard. This jump here, they click her into fourth, off the face in a big way. Morgan now on Treadwell.
Boy, I tell you what, even going outside, Blair Morgan was able to carry the speed or get the drive earlier, and man, he just rocking around that corner to make that pass.
Look at Morgan, he's taking the exact same line there. I know he's just sorting it out. I know he's going to mount some pressure onto Treadwell. SMAIL doing a great job on that 2-stroke. He's loving the lightweight and the responsiveness of that
Look
motor.
at this! Treadwell with the look back again, almost standing still. Morgan blows by him on the inside. Tricky part of the track here, Brian.
I love that back section. Here comes DUBE in stocking mode. He's got such great style. This is the battle on the track right now. SMAIL and DUBE into this gorgeous button. Look at that!
Beautiful corner for Hagseth on the gas. Morgan with some great corner. He's got him on the outside. Does he have him? Blair Morgan, when he gets on a charge, Brian, look out. No one can touch him.
I thought Hagseth took that corner well, and then out of nowhere, Morgan just came storming through. What a pass for Blair.
You're right, though. That battle for second place between DUBE and SMAIL is just raging. Here we come. John Sebastian Waugh coming up for that bridge underneath. But look at the lines in this guy. He is just right on the gas.
He's so smooth. He's the technician and tactician. He follows this sport so closely. He is the consummate professional.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. When you look at him, the shape that he's in, the focus, everything, it's all there. Look at this. Look at this. Morgan's now making a move on SMAIL. Just about touched tires. That fourth gear pin straightaway. Here they come.
Can you believe the ability of Morgan to make up ground? He passes SMAIL here. He crashed hard with Israel. He has the ability and the tenacity to pick himself up and keep charging. And that's the difference between Blair and most of the field.
Well, he was outside of the top 10 when he got back on the motorcycle, now making it back to third place. Here's that pass, Brian. Detail the big jump for me.
Morgan came into that button hook way on the outside, completely opposite lines, gets more drive, and out jumps SMAIL by a good 10 feet. There's a lapper there that kind of takes SMAIL out of the game. Blair makes a solid pass, and that puts Blair Morgan into third place.
Blair Morgan now working up on Marco DUBE, who's in second place. Morgan on the inside as they go for that off-camber straightaway and takes care of DUBE as if nothing happened.
DUBE hit a kicker there, totally screwed up his drive, kicked his back end up. Blair keeping the wheel on the ground. Blair is the master of line choice also. He can always find the smooth and fast way around these tracks.
Remember, DUBE's got that broken wrist, so he's still on the gas, so I'd like to see him stay with Blair, probably following the lines. Here's our leader, number 1, John Sebastian Waugh. You're right, in total control right now, Brian.
Waugh just keeping himself cool, keeping focused, listening to his mechanic. Oh, DUBE in the wide stuff. He's lost some drive. SMAIL still in the hunt. This is the race for third.
You know what's interesting? There's a creek underneath there, and it's really thin. And look at this SMAIL on the inside. Same place. Look at DUBE gets him back on the outside with some great lines. Remember, DUBE on the 4-banger, and SMAIL with the 2-stroke this week. SMAIL gets some great drive off that tabletop, Brian, and gets by DUBE going to that left-right combination. What a great pass, but DUBE is not giving up.
DUBE with that nagging wrist injury. He does require surgery at the end of the season, so he's definitely riding lane and putting in a 110% effort. Hats off to DUBE for even being out here.
There's our leader, number 1, JSR in first place. Look at this, Blair Morgan right behind him, though. Made up a ton of ground, Brian.
Yeah, there's probably about 7 or 8 seconds there. Look at this corner. There's so much traction here. The dirt is so sweet. The riders just love it. Everyone's running a soft compound tire. Everyone's getting good hookup.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And you're right, they can carry wide inside. Look at Treadwell on the same jump. Morgan, we just saw Morgan on as he gets by DUBE and moves into 4th place.
Treadwell attacks the jump and outdistance DUBE. DUBE with a bobble there in those runs, but DUBE cannot attack the jumps because of that wrist, the pounding on the landing.
Did you see him shaking his forearms? He might be tightening up, pumping up just a little bit to get back to Blair Morgan. In 2nd place, John Sebastian now on his last lap.
The class of the field in this first 250 moto. It's starting to get warmer here. It's a bit cool in the morning. Temperatures are rising. We've got a report now with Ryan Gall down at the trackside.
Hey, Johnny, I'm noticing Lance's bike isn't quite as loud as it used to. Is he on a 2-stroke now? Is that a team deal or his own?
He's on a 2-stroke. He's been practicing a lot on his 250 lately. He's been feeling a lot more comfortable, and it just suits his style on a rough track like this. BMG Sports KTM is working real well out here.
Yeah, it's definitely showing 3rd after the last couple weekends haven't been too good for him. He's got to be pumped about this.
Yeah, he's been struggling, but he's pumped this weekend. He's charging hard.
Right on.
KTM Canada pretty happy with the Lance SMAIL charge. Looking good for 3rd place. We get back to our leader, number 1, John Sebastian on that Thor Blackfoot Honda Canada CR250. Left-hander in the final laneway, getting ready to take the checker flag. Not even worrying about Blair Morgan right now.
This JSR's 4th moto win of the season. The Pleasant Valley crowd just elated with the turn of events here. An awesome day of racing. I am just stoked for Moto2. John, it was some hot out there, man, but you did everything you had to do.
Yeah, the weather got really hot during the moto, plus the track it's pretty rough. So it's a good workout, to be honest, and I just had a good race. You know, my Honda Canada Blackfoot gave me good start. Michelin tire will come really good on this track. It's a really slick track, but hopefully Michelin will be pretty good for us.
To the Castro leaderboard, first 250 moto from Brookfield, Nova Scotia. How about those Hondas up front? SMAIL coming back and claiming 3rd. That looked pretty good for him. Treadwell in 5th. But how about Mitch Cook in 8th?
Track's really good. It reminds me a lot of Binghamton, New York, track down in the States, and it's really technical. It's really slippery on the insides, and the outside's got nice berms, and some cool jumps out there, and it's actually, it's really high speed. It's pretty cool.
Well, there you go. 2nd place, Blair Morgan.
Was it hot enough for you out there, buddy?
Yeah, you know, more than hot, it was just muggy, and you know, once you thought about that for a second, it kind of sapped you. And I was shadowed by Hagset there at the end, and I couldn't let up. You know, I just kept charging and keep my KTM zinging, and I was glad to stay up in 3rd.
125's getting ready for their 2nd and final moto. Earlier on, our very own Mark Travers caught up with our current number 1 plate holder, Simon Holmans.
Simon, obviously last weekend, 2nd 125 moto was a tough finish for you. You had 3rd place wrapped up coming into the finish line, bike filled with water, and you DNF'd. Talk to us about it.
Well, yeah, it was pretty disappointing, you know. Did the whole race and work hard, and, you know, four corners to go, a bike quit on me. You know, stuff's happened, but still hope the best.
2nd 125 moto here from Pleasant Valley, the motocross track, which will be brought to you by FMF. Feel the power. Travers and Costa in the move. Here we go, boy. This is going to be a good one. Ryan Gates down. Who's going to get the shot?
Let's just see it. We'll find out. Holman's our champ with the whole shot. We got Fisher, Treadwell. Looks like Hayden's in the mix also.
Look at that. KTM, is that Treadwell? It is in the 2nd place. Looks like he's gotten the line on Holmes, though. Holmes gets some traction. Looking back, though, Brian, the champ is looking back.
Look at the track. They put some water down on it. You can see some slick spots. That could be a factor here on the first lap with vision. You know, when the mud's on the track, it can really splatter up on the goggles.
Fisher by Treadwell into 2nd. It looks like Treadwell's had some problems with that corner. He doesn't seem to get the hookup that he wants, but Fisher is totally on the gas. That RM125 is hooking up all over the place.
Yeah, it's a great handling little bike, and Fisher really in tune with the whole Suzuki way of doing things. He's been riding them ever since his mini-cycle days. There he is, eating a little roost from Hormans, crisscrossing the track.
Oh, beautiful line for Fisher on the outside again. Here they come into that off-camber, the CTI2 off-camber. No, Hormans holding the charge really well. You know what, Brian, I'm really impressed with Suzuki this year. They've really stepped it up.
They sure have. They hired some great riders in Fisher and Rickard, though Rickard out with the broken pelvis. He's been out all year. Rumor has it he will make an appearance at Walt for round 8.
To the Thor pencil cam as the boys funnel through. Holman's still out in front, but I tell you what, Fisher is on him. Holman's has got to watch both sides. He's got to ride defensively and offensively. Treadwell in 3rd.
Treadwell didn't even do that little double there. It's slick, and I think that could be the problem. A lot of the topsoil's been pushed off into the berms, as JSR commented after his first moto win. It's getting slick underneath. Look at the pass on Fisher. Slides right in front of Homans, but Homans retaliates.
Beautiful line for both guys, but I tell you what, Derek Fisher, he was so aggressive into that corner. 2-stroke, 4-stroke, Brian, let me know.
Wow, Fisher just stuffed Homans there. What a great pass. I thought Homans might be able to get it back, but cannot do it. I wonder if Homans could pick up some of Fisher's lines, Omar.
Treadwell still in tow in third place. I'm just so impressed with Derek Fisher, though. He just seems so relaxed, and yet coming into that season, he was just all over the map. As we get back to the Homans and Treadwell, look at these guys going at it.
Treadwell knifes in way early to the inside, cuts off Homans. What a great pass. These passes are set up so far in advance. Rarely they just happen. Treadwell's probably thinking about that move for a while.
Well, does it have to do with the traction? Because it's not like guys are following distinct lines here. There's just a lot of dirt. Look at the way Treadwell's on the outside.
Treadwell turns there, comes in, squares the corner. He's got to turn one more time and just gets right in front of Homans and crisscrosses right across. Homans smart enough to stay out of the roost.
Well, you're right, because Homans slid a little wide, and that's exactly when Iron Mike got on the gas, squared it off and went right by him. Joel Saris has got his hands full of number 552. That's Kyle Snellgrove as he gets by him in that Kawasaki corner.
Number 26, Saris, our 2001 Rookie of the Year, rips off a tear-off. Snellgrove still pressuring. That pass was for 8th place, Mark.
Jamie Bergdong, East Coast pilot, holding off Alex Giroux. It looks like Bobby Thompson was in the mix there too, Brian.
Yeah, you see Bobby T. He's got the black numbers on the yellow background. That signifies an intermediate rider. Great deal that the CMRC has here with the Pro-Am class. Lets the amateurs try and qualify for the Pro ranks.
As we saw Snellgrove get by Chamberlain with a nice pass. Those guys have been going at it, Brian, this 125 East. A couple of young guys getting their feet wet.
Yeah, they're inside the top 10. Awesome experience for both those up-and-comers. As we've got local boy Jamie Bird passing one of the Pratt Navy boys.
Oh, nice line for Bird off of that tabletop. Great line for him. Look at this, getting back into that tree wood section. Allard gets by Hayden with a nice line. Good to see Allard up in the mix, but Ian Hayden on the gas comes in, takes that inside line, and takes care of Allard.
Hayden pays the price, though, with a big swap on that braking bump. Allard gets him back here. Hayden's, look at him, Hayden's struggling to clear this stuff.
Yeah, he looks like he's getting tired. Here comes Pierce Chamberlain, number 717. Number 45, Justin Thompson with a nice line for Chamberlain.
Right around the outside of Thompson on that 4-stroke. As our leader, Derek Fisher, cruising. What a shot there. Just skying it out on this Pleasant Valley circuit.
Back to number 26, that's Joel Saris in 4th place. Great ride for that YZ250F pilot. Back up to Homans, who's sitting now in 3rd place.
Oh, 2nd place man, Treadwell is down hard. That is an odd spot on the track, man. He must have cased that roadway jump. It just bounced into the infield.
Treadwell gets the KTM fired up with one kick after that big crash. No number plate, holding his side, Brian.
Yeah.
Both his perches all over the map.
Oh, his bars are a mess. Fisher now looking around. He's cruising. He's got a lapper. It's like just standing up, right, coming up to the checker flag. Derek Fisher again, one-hands it. What a great ride for that hungry man Suzuki pilot. All right, Derek. What better can you do than 1-1?
Well, you know, that's really great. You know, I'm kind of speechless right now, I guess, but I don't know. I'm kind of feeling a little weak right now. I don't know what's wrong with me, but hopefully I can get it figured out by next weekend. But I just try to pull out a steady moto and no crashes, no falls. Ride as smooth as I can.
Second 125 moto here from Pleasant Valley. Great ride for Fisher. How about Johnny's Allard in 6th? Nice ride for Justin Thompson in 8th. Kyle Snellgrove in 9th. And Jason Chatwood in 10th.
Yeah, you know, pulled the old shot, did the CF, awesome. I mean, my bike was looking really good. Suspension for action, and I found that 5 on it.
Iron Mike Treadwell, convalescing in the trailer, chooses not. With the sun beating down on this fantastic Nova Scotia crowd, Brian Coster caught up with Dougie DEHAAN.
Tell me again, you switched from the 450 to the 250. Was it the right move for Dougie?
Yeah, definitely. I feel just more aggressive on the 250, you know. I love riding the 450 and I have a ton of fun on it, but maybe I don't ride it as aggressive as I should, so the 250 is feeling like a 125 to me right now, and I'm having a lot of fun on it.
Hey Brian, I'm not sure if you knew this or not, but CMRCRacing.com is the bomb. Up to the minute race results, streaming video, it's got it all.
How many times do I gotta tell you? That's my favorite site. I log on there for race reports, injury reports, what's news, what's new. Great site, Mark.
Dangerous Dawn with a 30 going to 5. Nice pan the line. The gate is down, Brian. Coming to that real hot left-hander who's going to shot.
Looks like our boy DUBE. Wah edges out DUBE. We've got SMAIL in the mix. Look at Wah edges out Marco DUBE for the whole shit.
Wah is on the gas. That's the fastest start we've seen yet today. And he is, look at the jump he's already got on SMAIL. DUBE in 3rd and Morgan in 4th place.
Wah really dissing himself early. DUBE in stalking mode. Here he comes on the inside of SMAIL. SMAIL has passed DUBE. DUBE wants it back. Morgan, always a danger man.
Well, you see the way that DUBE just slid out a little bit, allowed Morgan to come in up on the inside. We'll see if Morgan can make up the charge and get into 3rd place.
Look at Wah just fighting for traction in that off camera, just working the machine, the throttle, waiting the outside peg. Magic.
Morgan has not made it by DUBE yet. Let's see. Yes, he's now made it by DUBE, moves into 3rd place. SMAIL in 2nd, but DUBE's holding up the honor there. The charge. DUBE goes inside. Morgan gets brushed out wide. Let's see the lines coming into the corner. DUBE the inside. Morgan goes to square up on traction all over the place. Brian.
DUBE, I thought, was going to completely close the door. Morgan saw what was happening and cut it wide, knifed it on the inside, makes it stick off that big roadway single jump, and that's a real harsh landing. So I know DUBE is a little bit hard to that big flat landing. It really hurts his wrist.
To the Thor pencil cam, Wah in 1st place, SMAIL in 2nd now, Morgan in 3rd, and DUBE back to 4th. Great shot of Wah in the lead, but he doesn't have a huge gap on Lance SMAIL.
SMAIL riding awesome today. Just loving that 250 stroke KTM. Look at the different lines. Morgan's just loving this outside line here.
Yeah, he's loving it. DUBE was following him into it that time. Very interesting.
You can see where, look at the exit here. Here comes Morgan. This is that big, Morgan downshifts in midair. You see that? Just beautiful.
SMAIL goes down. SMAIL goes down in that loose stuff. Brian throws away 2nd place. Morgan takes 2nd, DUBE in 3rd.
Come on, SMAIL, pick it up. Get that thing fired. Now Israel has got Brad Hagstead, their 125 multi-time Western champ on his heels.
All over with Wah, looking like he's having some issues through that section, Brian. It's really starting to get rough out here.
It is. He just hit a couple bumps. It's really nothing. Oh, factory Phil Lawrence had a dismal first moto, coasting here in the 2nd one. We've got DEHAAN now with his hands full. He's got Mitch Cook, local boy number 24. Cook known for his freestyle and big whips. He also can really turn up the whip, you know, when he has a good start.
He's the lone pro rider for the two-wheel team this year, the two-wheel Kawasaki team, and Ron Ashley. Morgan is making up the ground on Wah. DUBE now in 3rd place. Brian, this track is really starting to get rough. It's getting dangerous out there.
It is. There's some rock, and underneath all that loam, it's really slick rock. You can kind of see some shiny spots.
Morgan gets by Wah. Did you see that, Brian? What a pass.
Wow, Morgan just on a tear. There goes a tear off, more or less saying, okay, JSR, I'm in front. I got clear vision. How about you, buddy?
Boy, JSR looked like he had a problem. He was standing still there for a second, and Morgan got right on the gas.
Oh, JSR landed right in that roost and took a face full of it, but he's fighting back.
Look at those guys get on the gas here. So in control, even with the slippery stuff in the slide. Brian, here's the pass detail for me.
Here comes Morgan. He's way back. Gets a smoother line, though. Right here, he's on the outside of the track. See all the bumps Wah's hitting? Morgan is hitting none of them. Morgan is the master of line choice, and I think that's why he's been given JSR fits this year.
Yeah, but Wah just looked like he was gathering flies there for a second. All of a sudden, Morgan flew by him as Simon Homans gets by Doug DEHAAN for 7th place. Lapper, Brian, Lapper in the way.
That could factor in. Look at that. DEHAAN's favorite. DEHAAN passes Homans right back. Doesn't jump. Homans not able to.
Right, that straightaway after the finish line is really getting rough, the way those bikes are bouncing through.
It's just a free-for-all down there. There's no definite line. Suspensions are heating up.
Morgan is still in 1st place. Looks like Wah's closing up together. Oh, Morgan swaps it out over that loose stuff. Ryan throws away the lead.
Morgan was just hauling through that section all day long. Coming off that little jump with a foot off the peg. He was styling there big time. Got it wrong. Swapped himself around. The bike does a 180. He does a 180 in the air. He's slow getting up too.
Well, you know, if he had taken first place, he would have had the overall for the day. A gift for Jean-Sébastien Roy, who now looks very comfortable. Nobody behind him.
I don't know if Roy would have got Morgan back. Morgan was starting to drive away. Here's a great battle now for 6th place. That's number 8, Lance SMAIL, and number 18, Ontario. And DEHAAN actually tags the back wheel of SMAIL.
He certainly did through that off-camera section. Back to Blair Morgan, back on the bike, but riding, I would say, gingerly at this point, Brian.
Look at him standing up like that. He's coasting around. He's probably just sorting himself out. His controls, after a big crash like that, sometimes the controls, the bars are all bent. It takes a little while to adjust to a twisted motorcycle.
Back to SMAIL and DEHAAN. DEHAAN on the outside, gets the drive and the traction, and takes care of SMAIL. Look, SMAIL not doubling through there. And here comes Simon Holmans as he gets by SMAIL.
SMAIL's got a problem. I can't believe that. Holmans gets by him also. We're going trackside with Goldie.
The Flying Chalupa is his name. Alex Below's mechanic. Alex, your man, is going awesome right now. We haven't been able to see him up front right now. You got to be stoked for him.
Yeah, he's doing very good. Like, I think that's his best race of the year, and we have a pretty bad first moto. Made a flat, and he crashed first lap. He was third, so he's kind of bummed. Last weekend either it was kind of bad weekend, so he's coming strong, and we'll see his speed.
Israel with his hands full of Hagset. This is for 4th place. Brian, this is the best we've seen the Chilean champion ride in Canada so far.
He's been riding awesome. This is what he needs for his confidence. Oh no, Dougie DEHAAN down the exact same spot where Morgan crashed.
As well as SMAIL, so 3 big crashes in that one section. Looks like his helmet's got some adjustment there. Look at Andy White looking on. Team mentor right behind him.
Yeah, team boss for Dougie. He can't be happy about that. There goes Morgan around that big off-camber. The CTI 2 off-camber. DUBE now. He's still in 3rd, but I don't think he can catch our boy Morgan with 1 lap to go.
Our leader, Jean-Sébastien Roy, getting his last lap flag as we go back to Blair Morgan, who looks like he's starting to get on the gas a little bit, probably feeling the pressure from number 6, Marco DUBE, in 3rd place. There he is right there. DUBE's right behind him.
Wow, looks like business as usual for Morgan. He's riding fast again. Couple laps to sort out after that big crash. DUBE, though, can smell 2nd. See him charging?
Well, he needs those points. The race right now is for 3rd. He's got to get on the gas to get 3rd. Jean-Sébastien Roy getting ready to take the checkered flag as he lines it up. And no, does not style over there. Arm in the air for the clean sweep today here in Pleasant Valley.
Awesome ride for Roy. Can't stress enough how gnarly this Nova Scotia track became today.
Well, it's great. You know, we're racing in Canada. We're all 3 Canadians. It's great to have the fans beside us and behind us. There's quite a bit of American here, and you know, when I go to the States, you know, they cheer Carmichael and McGrath. So of course, when I'm here in Canada, a good thing you guys are here to cheer me.
Huge pass on Juan, that back straightaway section, took the lead. A little bit of a lapse of concentration up there. We saw a few guys go down in that section before the finish line. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, I crashed really hard actually out there. I did like a 180 in the air and came down on my head. Kind of rung my bell a little bit for a little while and seen Marco coming, and I just decided to get on the gas again, keep 2nd.
It seems like you're breathing heavy there. Is the track deteriorating really bad? You guys getting pretty tired out there?
I don't know, you know, since Kamloops, I didn't practice much, you know, I just went up there like for 45 minutes this week and feel a little bit tired. You know, my cardio is good, but, you know, my bike shape is a little bit bad, you know, I need to ride a little bit more, but we'll see. You know, in the next couple of rounds will be good. I think the track was very rough and my wrist hold on pretty good a little bit out there.
Right on. Well, Marco, 3rd place. Congratulations. Give it up to Marco DUBE!
After 2 of 4 rounds in the 125, Fisher and Treadwell showing the rest of the field what it's all about. Lockhart and Holmans in there. How about Hayden? He's doing awesome this year.
Moving to the 250 class, the Inside Motorcycles top Canadian purse race. Looks like it's Juan Morgan for sure. But how about that battle for 3rd still raging? Holmans and Israel now into the top 10.